Hey folks, this is Coach McCreary from Baseball by the Yard. Thanks so much for stopping by for another video tip from baseballbytheyard.com. Now, I am behind the plate here, and so you may think, well, this one is for catchers. Actually, it is not. It is for pitchers. And I will say that this is a little more advanced thing for pitchers. And the reason why is because it involves breaking pitches. Okay, now I'm not going to get into the debate as to when pitchers should start throwing curveballs. That's for another video or blog post. So basically, for this purposes, I'm going to assume that the pitcher is old enough and strong enough to throw curveballs. He's been properly instructed to do so. And this video really is for that pitcher who wants to do a better job of throwing their breaking pitches for strikes. One of the problems that a lot of pitchers have at every level is they don't really fine-tune their sights when it comes to throwing breaking pitches. They kind of just throw it to the area of the strike zone and they hope that it just ends up there. The problem with that is they're not always very effective in terms of where they put that breaking pitch. So I'm going to give a very easy tip that is really going to be the case for every pitcher in terms of what breaking pitch they use. Okay, so here's the concept. When they're throwing a fastball, of course, a lot of pitchers are going to zone in on their glove, okay? And they want to have that release point so that the ball goes straight from their hand to that glove, okay? And that makes sense. You want to throw the ball to the glove. So you may hear coaches say, keep your eyes on the glove. You might hear them say, drive your whole body to the glove, reach out for the glove. Basically, the whole focus of this is the glove. But that's fastball. When you're throwing a breaking pitch, that often doesn't work so well. Now here's why. A breaking pitch, of course, let's say it's a slider. A breaking pitch slider is going to start going forward and then break down. If it's a left-handed slider, ball's going to break this way. If it is a right-hander slider, it's going to break this way. So let's say there is a right-hander on the mound, and I'm a catcher who calls for a slider, and I set up on the outer part of the plate, and I'd like this ball to end up right down here. So basically what I'm saying is I want that ball to start here, so it looks like a pitch down the middle, and then break down and away so that I can catch it. If he swings, he may miss it, but if he doesn't swing, it's still a strike. That would be the ultimate goal for a slider. But here's the problem. If the catcher sets up low and away, basically the catcher is saying, this is where I want the ball to end up. I don't want the ball to start here, because if the ball leaves the pitcher's hand and starts towards this glove and breaks, the ball's going to break down there. And then you have a ball in the dirt. That's ball one. And that's what we don't want. So basically my tip for pitchers here is on breaking pitches, whether it's a cutter, slider, curveball, whatever it is, don't focus on the glove. You have to focus on where you want the ball to start. You don't focus on where the ball is going to end up. So if I'm a catcher and that catcher sets up right here on the outer part of the plate, if I'm the pitcher, I'm going to pick out a spot on his body. And that's where I want the ball to start. So a slider for me, that was one of my better pitches. And so when the catcher was set up, I realized that my slider, usually if it was effective, is going to move about that much, okay? Just to get it off the barrel of the bat. So if I know that, in terms of how my slider breaks, if the catcher sets up here, then what I would do, I would aim for the catcher's ear, okay? That's all I would see. So I would have a tunnel vision directly to the catcher's ear. So I would reach out, I'd do my pitch, I'd drive my body, I'd reach out, and everything would be geared towards throwing the ball right at my catcher's ear. So the ball would start, if it worked well, it would start going to his ear, and then it would ultimately break down to the catcher's glove, okay? Obviously, if I was aiming for the catcher's glove, it's more likely to start at the catcher's glove and then break down this way, which generally is not something I wanted to do, because I wanted to throw a strike for that. So that is my tip. And this involves some practice, because you have to determine how much does my curveball or slider break, and where do I need to focus on the catcher. It could be the top of his head, could be his eyes, could be his ear like I did. It might even be an umpire. okay, who might be positioned up over here, you might have to aim for the umpire's eyes in order to get the ball to end up at the glove, okay? So breaking pitches, don't focus on the glove. Focus on some location where you want the ball to start so that the ball ends up at the glove. Now in a future video, I'll talk about how that changes when you have like an 0-2 count or a 1-2 count and you need a swing and miss pitch. I'll talk about how that changes because a lot of pitchers screw that up as well and they think they have to do something radically different to get the batter to swing and miss, and you really don't. Okay folks, that's my tip. Focus on a location, not the glove on breaking pitches. Okay, that's my tip. So take care, everybody. Work on that. Thanks again for stopping by, and as always, check out baseballbytheyard.com for lots of free videos and blog posts to help you become a better baseball player. Well, I'm Coach McCurry, everybody. Take care, everybody. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.